Hello guys, my name is Ndoole and I'll be presenting the rocket motion project. Let me go over again and start with my documentation. Well, the rocket motion, the goal for this rocket motion was to create an equation to figure out the time and distance the rocket will launch. These are my inner struct, a DM, M, F direct. Well, the description of this inner struct are here. Well, this is a DM, it's the rate change in the mass. The thrust is the force of the rocket. The M is the mass, the M4 is the mass of the exhaust by 4, the G is is the acceleration of gravity, the F drag 1 is the linear drag force, F drag 2 is the quadratic drag force, the P is the drag coefficient, the Fg is the force of gravity, the Vy is the velocity of the rocket, the Y is the rocket position, the Ay is the Newton's second law, which is also called the acceleration. The T is the time. Well, and let me go ahead with my test. Um, I created a couple tests, mostly were by hand test. Um, I used the unit struct. The first test I used the rocket motion by hand, trying to figure out since we know the final velocity because the initial velocity equals final velocity when the t equals 0. So I try to test that. The second one I test the time um, and using the initial the t equals zero point 0.5 and expect the same half. Um, the last one I tested my velocity, and if I go ahead and test my um, there you go, it passed the test. Um, and I'll go ahead and explain my function. Like I said, guys, my project was mostly basic. I didn't go much further with it, but my from this is what I have for my function. The dm is the difference of mass over time. This is the gravity, the f drag. Like I said, this is what I use for my f drag. Um, for my linear f drag. This is where I use for my quadratic f drag. This is where I use for force of air, which is the force of air resistance. This is just the weight of the rocket. Uh, the AY is, like I said, is the sum of the force, which is acceleration. Um, that's the guess at the final unit for my initial ones that I show you in my documentation. And guess Y is my next position. Guess Vy is my next velocity. Guess T is my next time. And I this is how I use them to calculate them. Um, I'll go ahead and show you guys um, my rocket motion, how I plot them. Um, this is how I use to plot them, and that's the function I use to just to plot them. And if I go ahead and just show you guys how it works, um, I didn't put an output. I didn't put any input. Um, that's my kinetic and um, and potential energy for my rocket. And this, um, oh, let me do it. Okay, here we go. Um, and I'll go ahead and show you guys my trajectory. Um, I simply use Professor Becher trajectory, and this is my demo. Um, what I have for my demo. And that is it for my project. Thank you so much for watching this. Please leave a question if you have one. Thank you.